Yo, what is up there, everybody there in YouTube land? This is Deku and Draco back again with a new video. This is What If Deku Was a Dragon, Part 3! I'm finally getting this up, and I never deleted that mistake, that accidental Part 2 that I was planning to do. But so many people are watching it! And really, I want to delete it, but I don't know if I should. I might just keep it up for the sake of it, but I might have to delete it so I can finally get people to watch the re-upload of part 2, because I need people to watch that one. Because I made a few mistakes in that timeline, which I'm rectifying currently. Big announcement. Season 4 of My Hero Academia has finally come out, and I've finally watched it. So with that in mind, I am going to be doing some of my older what-ifs again. There'll probably be a new part for each of the 3 older what-ifs I'm thinking about currently, because they're the only ones I can immediately think of, that will have, they will have ships now. Now, I'm going to put up, like, 3 to 5 girls in a poll in the corner, in the card of the corner, and here's how it's going to go. You people will each vote for your own individual ship, your favorite girl there, and the results of that poll will determine which ship goes to which series. The one that has the highest will go to my What If Deku's father was all for one, because that was my first what if, so I'm going to get that. Then stand user, then werewolf. So yeah, all for one, stand user, werewolf. Yeah, I'm going to put that down in the description below, and that's how it's going to be. He was ships in mind. Unless you guys want to keep, because unless I'm forgetful and I may have introduced the Deku and Melissa ship for the movie area, so if you guys want me to keep that canon for this series, let me know in the comments below. Unless you guys want to do both at the same time. Quit having those dirty thoughts, okay? Jeez. Yeah, it's just infecting my brain. It's bad enough my friends call me Shaggy. No. Delete that from your memories. I'm going to get back to this, but remember, if there's no poll in the corner, when you first see this, please check it again in like maybe an hour after you first watch it. Or heck, if there isn't one, after you hear my announcement, stop watching, wait an hour, reload the page or something or other. Just check again to vote on the ship that you want. So please vote, and I hope you guys will enjoy my content. Part 3 of What If Deku with the Dragon starts now, where last left off. The great being known as Calamity had revealed itself to Tomura Shigaraki. Its glowing red eyes pierced through Shigaraki's very being. And then Shigaraki, with a shaky sense of dread in his voice. Calamity, what do you want with me? Calamity simply answers, well, poor child, I've been with you since the very beginning, watching you. And I gotta say, I love all the killing you do. I was once a great master of darkness, a being that loves death and destruction more than anything. And that's what I want from you. I'm willing to offer up some of my own power, so you can destroy everything in your path. But first, how about I let you know a little secret? I've only recently been awakened, thanks to the presence of the one who killed me in my previous life. Draco, the king of mighty dragons, had killed me in our battle over the earth thousands of years ago. The battle soon faded from history, of course, but when I next awoken, I was within you. Years passed and you haven't even spoken to me, but then I awakened fully. And now we can speak with each other because I've sensed the presence of the one, Draco. And I know who is in possession of his spirit as well. Shigaraki's like, a mighty dragon that's my opponent? Sounds like fun. Tell me who the person is. Tell me, is it All Might? And Calamity's like, simply answers, no. The young child with the green hair, Izuku Midoriya, is the one who possesses the spirit of the mighty overlord of dragons. Draco lives within him. But who knows how much more powerful they will get together. So we should work. Your power to destroy anything with a simple touch of your hand will be quite useful to me. And I will engulf the world in shadow once again. Death and despair will infect the hearts of human beings for all time. Such a thought gets me excited. Sorry, I had to lick my lips. I got in the spirit of the creepiness. Anyway, Shigaraki simply agrees. Then we part her off doing a little skip to this UA teachers telling the students that they're going to have 2 weeks off because they need to inspect everything. And meanwhile, Deku is absent-minded at this because Draco is telling him, that man with all the hands, I felt him. He's back. Full of rage, some of the anger that Draco is feeling is oozing out of Deku. And people can just feel it. Everyone's wondering if he's okay, but Deku simply says, oh, everything's okay. I'm just a little upset about what happened today. Deku has to leave for home now. Sue, in the meantime, just wants to follow him. And then Deku, instead of going home, goes to Deku Beach where no one is there. And Deku simply starts saying out of nowhere with Sue watching him. Deku goes, Draco, we need to talk more. I feel your anger, dude. You're inside of me. And Draco's voice comes out, which is actually able to be heard by others this time for some reason. And Draco answers with his mighty voice. Kid, the Dark One has been released. He too had been reincarnated. The man with all the hands has the power of death himself. And Deku's like, you have never once mentioned anything about the possibility of Calamity being reincarnated as well. Oh, kid, you gotta remember, he don't know what happened. My memories are still fuzzy. From all I can tell, that was thousands of years ago, maybe even millions. But we must be wary. The only thing Calamity cares for is destruction and death. If he gets in pure contact with Shigaraki, no one will be safe. You are the only one who could possibly defeat him. But at your current level, we're going to need to get you stronger. Deku simply says, I know. I feel it within my very essence. But for some reason, I feel uneasy about something. As if I'm missing something about me. And Draco says, that is understandable. No one has ever really felt the darkness other than me before. Because I was the only one who could ever stand up to him back in our day. But now I'm in the body of a human, and so is he. So we better get this done and over with. And then Draco says, kid, I think we've been followed. I was so focused on my anger I never noticed. And Deku's like, who's ever out there? Show yourself. It's Sue coming out from behind a giant rock that just so happened to be at the beach. And Sue nervously comes out and says, so, why are you talking to yourself? And what the heck was up with that other voice that I know wasn't you? And Deku's like, wait, you heard him? No one else has ever been able to hear him but me. Okay. Deku reluctantly has to inform Sue about all that's been going on. And how Deku has more power than normal because of how he has a dragon reincarnated into him. Sue nervously accepts that this is going on because of everything going on. It might as well be true. And then Deku begs the question, why did you follow me anyway? Sue had come to thank Deku for saving her and to reveal something that he may have forgotten from years past. Because Deku has never really been the one to remember a whole lot, because he's been through a lot of roughness in his childhood. And he could not remember that a long time ago, he had helped a young girl who kept hating her quirk. The girl was Tsuyu. Years ago, Bakugo was still a bully, and he has always been that way. And he was bullying a girl for her quirk and how she looked like a frog, calling her a freak. But Deku, standing in to help her, tells Bakugo to stop, but gets an explosion to the face anyway. They walk away, and Tsuyu is very sorry that her trouble affected him, and Deku simply doesn't care. He's happy to help somebody in this day and age, because he wants to be a hero. Deku, who had no idea that was Tsuyu. They never really got in contact. They never met again. It was all just helped one day, gone the next. Tsuyu, who then realized that Deku was Deku from the messiness of green hair, but did not imagine that that she'd ever meet him at the hero school. Well, especially not being in the same class as him. Deku is very nervous about this, because remember, it's still Deku. He's still a proud dragon, but a muttering rabbit. Still, too. I don't know how to phrase this. But yeah, Deku, who is blushing a lot because he's feeling that this is a love confession. Tsuyu simply says that she has always liked him from the day they met, but she never really got a chance to meet him again, thanks to some business from her parents, because they go on a lot of business trips, so she never really got a chance to stay around much. Deku and Tsuyu really do hit it off, because really Deku who feels happy that someone is encouraging him, someone actually likes him. He's never really experienced anything like this before, because most of his life he was quirkless. Everything was there. They decided to hang out over the 2 weeks that they are gone. And they ended up hanging out with the other students. They're all together. Everyone is happy and trying to get used to the idea that villains are probably going to be after them now, due to their actions at the USJ. And many people are acknowledging how Deku defeated that monster that was supposed to defeat All Might. Deku simply says that, I guess dragons are tougher than villains ever thought. Deku nervously doesn't want to let anyone else know about his secret, because he is wary of what could happen. The 2 weeks passed. Everyone is lighthearted because they're trying to get back up onto their feet, trying to be a positive influence on each other, trying to get everyone back to normal. They get back to class, and Aizawa tells them that in 1 week's time, the UA Sports Festival will be coming around, and they will be up and at 'em to show the world that UA is still strong, showing them that they will not fall down to the likes of villains. When the day is done, All Might asks to see Deku. Deku agrees. They go to the teacher's lounge and All Might shrinks. Deku, which I believe in this story, did not ever see All Might's skinny form. So, it never really happened much. So Deku is very curious what the heck happened. All Might explains to Deku about his injuries from All For One, and he explains that he is proud that one of his students was valiant enough to save everyone. Deku, excited that he's being complimented by his #1 hero. Oh, sorry, my phone stopped recording real quick. Sorry for that pause. Anyway, Deku is being praised by his favorite hero, and then All Might's skinny form is actually shown, because Deku did not see All Might's skinny form, and Deku is very nervous about this and All Might simply asks young Midoriya, I find you worthy of being my successor. Will you accept the power I can bestow upon you? Deku is confused. All Might then proceeds to explain One for All and how it can be passed from one generation to the next. And he believes that Deku is the best candidate to have for being the successor of One for All. Deku, being nervous about this, and then Draco talks to Deku saying, "Kid, I think you should accept. It would be beneficial for us in the long run, not to mention that it could be the trump card that we need to defeat Calamity. Because we have no idea what he's capable of. I have never seen his entire power. All I know is that we killed each other. So as far as we know, we are of equal strength. But right now, we need as much power as we can get." Deku, with a clenched fist, says, "I accept, All Might. I will be your successor." All Might, grinning, says, a quick answer, full of conviction. "I expected no less from you." Deku then proceeds to get One for All from All Might, because Deku is strong enough to handle it now, unlike before, because he has been training a lot, even more than the actual timeline. So Deku can actually handle it immediately. He gets it, and Deku will have One for All within the next couple of hours after it's fully digested. And Deku's like, "Why did I have to swallow a hair?" All Might's like, "Hey, you had to swallow my DNA just because I was hair." At this point, I think I would have preferred blood, dude. And then All Might says, weird reply, but I guess that makes sense in some way. Later on, Deku, who is thinking about what to do, and is joined by Uraraka, Ida, and Tsu. They're all going to walk to this train station together, and they will proceed to have a nice live little chat. And Deku is still worried about what troubles he will face, and he's looking forward to the sports festival because he needs more training anyway, and the sports festival will be a good way to show off his stuff in a way. Because, yeah, it's still Deku. He wants to prove that he's strong. And everyone separates, and Deku is on his way home. And when he gets home, he finds his mother cooking dinner. And everything is ready, raring to go. Deku just goes to his room and starts talking with Draco about what they should do for the sports festival. "Well, kid, we should obviously train and probably practice using this One for All." But Deku soon drifts off to sleep in his thoughts because of his train of thought. Yeah, he falls asleep, and then he starts seeing something. Memories of a life that wasn't his, nor Draco's. And then he sees what he never thought, a young All Might. He is witnessing the memories of fighting all for one from the eyes of Nana Shimura, the most recent user of One for All before All Might. Because All Might has not yet passed, so he cannot look through All Might's memories. And then, as All for One deals a fishing blow to Nana Shimura, Deku hears a woman's voice saying, "If only I was stronger then." Deku turns around to see Nana Shimura, and then, behind her, the other users of One for All. And all of them say in unison, "We must become stronger. We must defeat the Dark One." And Deku then awakens, finding that his room had been destroyed, right, and his mother behind the door, scared of what happened. And Deku simply replies, "I don't know what happened. I just had a strangest dream." And Draco said, "It was not just a dream, kid. It was memories. You are now the holder of many others other than me. You are now the successor of One for All, and you also hold within you, as you are now sort of a reincarnation of the other users of One for All." And with this, Deku is nervously going to train harder, meditate, and become better. And this is where I'll leave it off for now. I'll start off on the USJ Sports Festival next time for the next part, and I hope you guys will enjoy this. Again, I am sorry about that breaking pause. I wanted to apologize for that again. And remember, in this corner, like right here, there will be a poll for ships I will use for her different videos. 4 or 5 girls will be in there, and depending on the results, will depend on what I'm going to be using for. Well, number 1 is All For One as Deku's dad, then it was Stand User Deku, then Werewolf. In that order. And I will use the results from that to determine which girl I'll pair Deku with in those series. I'll put them in the description below, and I hope you guys will understand with everything that's going on. Sorry for not uploading sooner, but I hope you guys will stick to me. Like, comment, subscribe, plus Ultra Destroy, smash every button you can think of for my channel, because I want to get up there. And I'm glad for you guys sticking with me. So yeah, well, take it easy, guys. I hope you will enjoy more episodes. See ya. Bye, guys. Plus Ultra. See ya.